Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, O'Neal with it. Back to Rose. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Love. Here's O'Neal. And Shaq with the slam.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Irving's shot is good. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Rose. Here's Shaq. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just spins off the D with ease.
The Pacers making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this, the best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he'll dunk on anybody, move out the way. He finishes. What about Embiid? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
You don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Tony Kukoc, he's checked in for the Pacers. Pacers trail by 3. Irvin outside. Pass to Irving. Shot clock at 6. Hits the 3-point bomb. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Rose against Wall. Here's the floater. And it's Rose missing.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percent shots.
McGrady against Gervin. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Gervin's got 8 points.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Rose passes to Gaffney. Rose scanning the floor. And O'Neal gets it to go.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
So timeout call here, the first for Indiana. Shaq is really having a good game here.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this time, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Brown is checked in for Irving. Petrovic is checked in for Gervin. And it's Morant in for John Wall. We've got 1:13 left in the third. And here's Brown outside. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Left side, Rodman. Finds himself wide open and throws it. Rodman's got his first basket of the night. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And here's Morant. Pass to Jokic. Over O'Neal. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away, put the D all over, but that is a difficult shot to see.
Vanier dishes to Rodman. Now here's Richardson. Defense right on him. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Indiana. For Philadelphia, they've been at their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far. And some changes here for the Pacers. Sean Kemp, he's checked in for Kukoc, and Gervin subbed in for Petrovic. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now Morant. There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Brown outside. Just 5 to shoot. Indiana again missing. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Three tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Pacers trail by 3. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Tracy McGrady is out there with Rose. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Van Arsdale in at the 3 spot. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Gervin.
You can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Rose double team to the inside. McGrady, and there's the second time to finish it off.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just try to keep the momentum down. And that's easier said than done.
Gervin against McGrady. And it's Gervin missing. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Van Arsdale. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. The Pacers making a change here. Williamson's checked in. And it's Irving with the ball for the Pacers. Inside, and Kemp slams it in.
Yeah, once he gets to the rim, it's lights out. Kemp, just too much power and explosiveness.
Here's McGrady. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McGrady's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Irving can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Rose double team. Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray. And it's a 6-point 76ers lead.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
The wall kicks to Irving. Trying to manage the back, but that 3 is off the mark. 76ers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Gervin with it. Now McGrady defending. Kemp passes to Williamson. Indiana moving the ball around. Gervin against McGrady. Clock at 4. Fades back. O'Neal with the rebound.
There's an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. Look what happened.
Kicks to Rose. Back to Shaq. McGrady outside. Here's Van Arsdale. Trying to get open his rhythm. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I like how physical Love is. Constantly throwing his body into the D to pick up fouls.
First one falls for him.
Look at this guy. Love to post you up, stretch you out. He adds a lot of versatility to this offense.
And that's good as he hits both of the shots.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And the Pacers call time here.
The guy's aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Shaq.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion. created a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, you know what side he's in.
Thanks, David. That's a floater go. Here's Irving. No good again that time.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Passes it to Love. And here's Rose, covered by Irving. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And it's blocked.
Yeah, tracking that one all the way, baby. I mean, Zion getting nasty at the defensive end.
Here's Wall. A shot off that time. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down in what will turn out to be a win here for Philadelphia.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments I thought for them throughout this game.
Look, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down. Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
That's good from O'Neal. So it's both teams making substitutions here. O'Neal hits them both.
It's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those people.
On the pass to Jokic. Can they get it? Doesn't go for it. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Williams finds Smith. Back to Williams. Now here's Kukoc. Richardson covering. Morant passes to Jokic. Shoots over Shaq. Indiana again missing. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kyle Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time. It's the MPBL. We've got time for a quick pregame report. That being
Well witnessed, the Nuggets.
is putting in the extra work. All right, thanks, David. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. You've got Waltz. Havlicek is out there with Richardson. Then it's Pippen, and it's Whiteside, and it's center. And for Denver, Jason Kidd is out there with Smith. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Anthony, and it's Sampson in at the power forwards position. Here's Sampson. Anthony left side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
Now, here's Richardson. The pass to Havlicek. Back to Richardson. Pass to Whiteside. 6 to shoot. Over Jordan. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, that's really a nice spot to find Hassan Whiteside and get him the ball. That's bread and butter stuff there.
Kidd passes to Sampson. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and leaves it in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Richardson outside. Pass to Whiteside. Ball is trying to break free. And it's Whiteside. That time on the assist by Richardson.
Well, even with the contest, Whiteside's going right through you. That's how strong he is.
Pass to Sampson. To the wing right side. Tipped away. Kidd against Richardson. Here's Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, the D cannot handle DJ right now. A gigantic guy on the inside who's going to get those calls most of the time.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That free throw, no good.
a great season for the Nuggets last year, winning the Northwest Division. Kind of a tough way to go out in the postseason for them as they lost to the Portland Trailblazers. But overall, a terrific direction and lots of room to grow that has them excited about the Denver Nuggets competing at an elite level this season.
And he's good on the second. You know, Brent, for what the Nuggets did last season, they show they're going to be a factor for years to come.
Well, they had big wins over a lot of key opponents last year. I mean, really stepping up to the level of their competition. And they demonstrated that they're one of the best teams in the Western Conference, but there is room to grow. Hopefully that motivation is something that gets them to the next level.
Anthony, right side. Lets it go with the three. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up in the end.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
Now here's Pippen. Anthony with the defensive effort.
And really, despite that miss, they had a solid start offensively.
To the inside. Sampson's shot, good. Sampson's got his second basket.
Yeah, nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Havlicek. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. You gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. Possession.
Kidd against Richardson. The pass to Havlicek. Back to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. The Nuggets lead by 3. Here's Smith. On one side, sends it back.
And you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there. It's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
Now here's Anthony. John Havlicek unable to get his shot to go. Outside Anthony. Outside Kidd. Fires it up. And he overshot that one, missing. And Whiteside's got the ball here for Chicago. They trail by 3, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Both teams decided to change it up. On the wing, Maravich, covered by Havlicek. Maravich, the pass to Noah, trying to get open as Ibaka. Good.
Noah doesn't look too much for his offense, but that time finding a way for 2.
Holiday dishes to Gasol. Over Noah. Ball is trying to break through. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
Payton passes to Ibaka. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And that one's good by Butler.
Butler looking like the Tasmanian devil on the break. You can't give him any room to run, or you might get your feelings hurt.
Here's Anthony. Fires the 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Denver on top, leading by just 1. From the Pepsi Center in downtown. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Payton. Pocket is out there at Noah. Then there's Maravich, and it's Porter in at the 3.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Maravich against Howard. On the wing, Porter. Poked loose. Butler deciding where to go with it. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And Butler just can't be stopped. I mean, even when the D knocks him around, he keeps his focus on the basket.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Harper against Payton. On the wing, Maravich. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Harper up top. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area. That's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
Payton passes to Ibaka. Back to Payton. Pocket 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Noah. No good that time. Some solid defense from Gasol. On the arc. Harper's shot's good. Harper's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Here's Payton. Hands it from downtown.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
A shot by Holiday, no good. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. On the wing, and he gets it to go. It's off the back of the rim. Maravich has got his first 2 points of the night.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing for you, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
Well, there's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley. That are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster, the next phase of their team. You've got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
The role players that have been like Calderon and Haslem, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of their organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Anthony comes in for Michael Porter. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Maravich. Good on the second free throw.
And Noah's making an impact right now on both ends of the floor. Good defender and a great passer.
Pippen against Anthony. Pass to Butler. 8 feet out. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
There was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Kidd kicks to Anthony. Kidd. Fires the three. And no good. Good work defensively by Richardson. Pippen can't hit.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
All the officials are all over that.
Denver shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. 2 shots. That free throw, no good.
This is part of the reason they're down. The free throw line has not been kind to them this quarter.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jordan's checked in, and the Bulls making a change also. Havlicek, he's checked in for Pippen. And the second free throw, good.
One area after watching Denver over the course of the past 2 years showing what they can do offensively is for them to improve on the defensive end of the floor. About middle of the pack last year, they can get into that top 5. They become very formidable as a finals team.
Hit against Richardson. Fades. Sampson's shot is off.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And it's blocked.
And Sampson literally takes away a part of the floor when he's out there. Don't even try to get shots off in his area. Well, that's what's going to happen.
Fires from 18, and the Bulls tag on 2 more. 32 seconds left to play here in the half. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Kidd.
And Kidd using that size well inside. Fantastic with the read of the D there and exploiting the weakness.
And here's Havlicek. Five on the clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Offensive rebound.
He giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
So that
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some good action during the period. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Havlicek. Pippen is out there with Wallace. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Richardson in at the point. Off the inbound pass. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound. Anthony's got his 4th rebound in this one. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. Jordan dishes to Sampson. Outside Kidd. He kicks to Carmelo. Back to Kidd. Smith on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Moves back up. And Whiteside sends it back. The Nuggets have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. No good on the free throw. In player development, Brett, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football where you can talk to quarterbacks about their check downs. Yes. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
Then for three, and the three ball is good. Pippen's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. It's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender. Has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
Pass to Havlicek. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Bulls have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Joakim Noah's checked in for Jordan. Porter comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Mirovich in for J.R. Smith. And a change for the Bulls. Holiday's checked in.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Wallace against Mirovich. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Denver. Payton comes in for Jason Kidd. Marcus Saul's checked in for Chicago. On defense, the Nuggets, 11-point game. Havlicek outside. Shot clock at 6. Over Ibaka. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, and among the many things to like about Hondo, he is strictly about the team. Willing to take on any role. He just wants to win.
Bulls shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That's good from Havlicek. Bulls making a switch here. Butler's checked in. Both free throws good from Havlicek.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Mirovich. And another miss by Denver. The Bulls leading by 13. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The shot by Holiday, no good. Will it go? They grab their own miss. Intense shot, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
And Porter drops them both.
And the medical red flag for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Ibaka, the pass to Porter. Over Butler. Porter kicks to Mirovich. Drops one in from the wing. Maravich has got his second bucket of the game to go. And so Holiday will bring it up for Chicago. Dishes it to Butler. Trying to find Havlicek. He's got it now. Out to Wallace. Bulls moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Teardrop shot. Noah with the block.
That's something Noah is phenomenal at doing, leaving the floor quickly enough to get the block.
Passes to Porter. Here's Ibaka, and it's off from three-point range. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Butler against Maravich. Now, here is Havlicek. He's covered closely. Bulls shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. That free throw good from Gasol.
And the way Mark plays, similar to his brother Kyle, a soft shooting big man with phenomenal length.
On the clock. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Gets it off. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we'll be right back after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. The playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Hackett is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Jason Kidd. And it's Smith in its shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Outside Butler. Takes it to Richardson. Now the pass to Gasol. Over Ibaka. He's on target from 8 feet out. 9 points for Marc Gasol.
Sensational feel in the painted area. Get Gasol the ball. Let him use his size and intelligence to full advantage.
Right side, Jordan. Pass to Smith. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
This is what JR is out there to do. Shoot the ball with precision.
Kidd against Richardson. Here's Gasol. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Anthony dishes to Jordan. Smith against Holiday. Smith, no luck. Chicago leading by 12. Richardson attacking. And the shot goes down.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into the score.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Hooked away. And here comes Smith, leading the fast break. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
to it on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
A shot by Holiday, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And the Buckeye slams it in.
Miller good at screening the entire floor, and that's why at that time he found the open teammate.
Chicago calls timeout.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Marc Gasol.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jim Boylan talking with his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack. He told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those big shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. I just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
And there's Jordan, putting it right back in.
Well, they're getting stopped, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
The coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Pippen misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
That is why Melo wants the ball. No fear whatsoever. Let that one fly.
Hit against Richardson. Outside trying to break free. No good on it around this one. And stolen by Richardson. Count it. Richardson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Now here's Anthony. And it falls over the rim and in.
Melo with another moment.
Chicago has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Havlicek against Smith. A floater. Caught that one. And the Bulls lead by 6.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 6. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Kidd. Outside Anthony. A shot. Rebound by the Bulls. Led by as many as 14 points. And so they foul intentionally. Joakim Noah's checked in for Jordan. 41 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Havlicek. And the Bulls another 3.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the lean, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Pass to Eubanks. Back to Harper. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Noah with the block. Outside Porter from outside the arc. That one, no good. And so it's Chicago winning this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Memphis, Tennessee, the destination for the Rockets. For Memphis, they pride themselves on each and every step that leads to victory. The preparation, the focus, the sheer will. Each game a new opportunity to prove their identity. Rocket. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony, and here's the starting group for Houston. We got Nash. Baylor is out there with Mutombo. Then there's Richard Hamilton, and it's Lanier in at the center. And for the Grizzlies, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Andre Drummond. And there's Dominique Wilkins. Then it's Johnson, and it's Hardaway in at the point guard position. Wilkins against Hamilton. It's Wilkins with the drive, and it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot block.
Towns with it. And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, that tandem can switch on pick and rolls. That tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. Baylor kicks to Hamilton. Out to the wing. Johnson against Baylor. Shot clock at 5. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Grizzlies. Hardaway. They get it back.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
Hardaway against Nash. Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And with the height to see over people and the peripheral vision to do it quickly, Penny with the perfect setup.
Nash against Hardaway. Nash, the pass to Lanier. And it's set back by Drummond. Goes up with it again. It's Umbo. No good. Not a friendly room at all this trip now. The Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. And then Johnson with the dunk.
One side of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's set back by Drummond.
And Lanier is one of the most graceful big men to ever play this game. From his post moves to his outside shot to his defending. Everything about Lanier is fluid.
The Rockets shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Towns at the elbow. He lobs it up, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Nash, the pass to Lanier. Hardaway against Nash. 6 to shoot. To the paint. No good on that one. Good D by Wilkins.
A new Memphis head coach.
Oh! How about the high-flying acrobatics by Wilkins on that? Yeah, they call him the human highlight film.
Nash. Some solid defense from Johnson.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Drummond, and he comes up with the deuce. Drummond's got his second bucket.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead. They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Richard Hamilton on the wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Hamilton is constantly working his tail off. Excels shooting it from mid-range. Just always on the move, constantly working off screen.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Sabonis, he's checked in for Drummond. Stoudemire comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wilkins. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Hardaway. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And he sinks the second. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. Murray against Billups. It's Rip Hamilton on the wing. Gets the front of the rim and out.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Billups passes to Johnson. Over Middleton. Here's Stoudemire, and the jam by Stoudemire.
And Stoudemire, a dunking machine out there. Remarkable at getting the position he needs to bring that one home.
referee surveying the D. Pass to Hamilton. Just 5 on the clock.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Memphis leading by 7. Outside Phillips. Passes it to Stoudemire. Johnson gets to Phillips. To the middle. Here's Stoudemire. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And so it's Memphis. Heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And so here is Houston. 7-point differential. So on the floor for Houston. We've got Chris Middleton, Murray out there with Richard Hamilton, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's McGee in at the 4 slot. Houston moving the ball around. Hits it down to Middleton. 5 to shoot. Over Dang. Shot's good by Middleton. Middleton's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Rockets.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Sabonis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Steven Adams picks one up. Coaches talk about young players needing to experience the playoffs to understand that level. Smitty, why is that so hard to simulate without going through it?
Kevin, the reason why is in the playoffs, everything is taken to another level. Also, you see this team night in and night out. They know your plays, you know their plays. It comes down to just execution, and you can't have careless turnovers or those brain freezes you have in the regular season.
And Sabonis drops them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Murray outside. Richard Hamilton on the wing. He can't get it to go. And it's Memphis the other way. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. A putback.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking bullets.
Phillips against Murray. And Middleton now atop the key. Back to Murray. On the wing. Houston with a new 14. Bucket is good.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Sabonis against Adams. It's Sabonis with the drive. Tries again, and the layup is good. Sabonis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
And that huge frame of Sabonis is a problem for the defense. Excels at getting perfect position on that offensive glass.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport. Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Sabonis. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Amari Stoudemire. Wilkins is checked in for Luol Deng. Hardaway is subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Nash against Hardaway. Here's Phillips. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Down low. They get a hand on it. Towns with the steal. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. It's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Hardaway against Nash. Phillips from outside. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Phillips has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Nash, the pass to Middleton. It's tipped. Kicks it to Baylor. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Outside Wilkins, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And here are the Rockets now, down by 12. Nash against Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Baylor. That shot off. Towns with the defensive effort. Feeds it to Hardaway. And he banks in the layup. Hardaway has got his second basket of the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Johnson, the pass to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Hardaway dishes to Drummond. A shot, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
55 seconds left in the first half. Johnson surveying the floor. To the paint. And Drummond throws it down.
Well, everyone knows once Drummond gets anywhere around the rim, it's pretty much a done deal.
Inside, here's Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Nash.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
And stolen by Nash. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Middleton. Great tee that time from Johnson. Here's Hardaway. And so it's Memphis with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. It was a fast pace for Memphis at the outset. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. They were hot as the first quarter came to a close. And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joe, what up?
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Andre Drummond with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first two quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Rockets trail by 14. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Drummond. Wilkins is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Towns, and it's Johnson in at the small forward. Here's Wilkins. Towns trying to get open. Here's Drummond. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two. Drummond's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Grizzlies. Nash outside. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. I think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks.
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it can create a lot of injury. So I do like the clear path fouls.
It's Wilkins with the drive.
And you look at Wilkins, everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, I think he's just underrated as a basketball player. It just does so many things well for his team.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one goes. Chauncey Billups is checked in for Hardaway. Second free throw, no good. Rockets trail by 17. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And that one's good by Billups.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one up on. Terrible job there by the D.
Nash against Billups. Here's Mutombo, and the rejection by Towns. Nash against Billups. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Memphis. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And Memphis making a change here. Deng's checked in. Houston making a switch here. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Murray. Sweet little floater.
A tough cover because Murray thrives in the pick and roll. He can beat you with the shot or the pass.
And here is Wilkins. Got it. Good job on the low post. Wilkins has got 5.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
the outside. Here's Baylor. And the shot is long.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Sabonis, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Stoudemire comes in for Karl Anthony. In for Luol Deng. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Rockets. Nash comes in for DeJounte Murray. Middleton inside the three-point line with nobody on him. He buries the jumper. He has 6.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the deck.
DiVincenzo passes to Stoudemire. Counted.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nash outside. Middleton on the wing. That one, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Nash, the pass to Adams. Right side Baylor. And the layup's good off the glass.
And what's unique about Baylor, he can score from a variety of angles and really good off of either shoulder. Just great extension and body control.
It's Wilkins with the drive. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Now here's Nash. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 4 on the shot clock. Ball's knocked loose. 1 second left. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up a quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. They've got Steven Adams. He's out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Baldwin in at the 2.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Here's Hardaway. And no good. But close on that one, so they'll shoot 2. Now the spotlight usually is on the head coach. Smitty, what makes for a great assistant coach on the staff in your eyes?
Well, I think when he has a great relationship with the coaches and also has a great relationship with the players. I also love the assistant coaches that are very detailed. And also some of those guys, they have great insight on what a coach can't see. It's still a team, and there's some great assistants out there.
Adams, the pass to Middleton. And there's the pass to Baldwin. 6 on the shot clock. But Grizzlies pull it in.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take it there. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Pass to Adams. Pass to Welsh. And it's denied. They recover it. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Gibson against Hardaway. It's hauled in by Adams.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Got a piece of it. Hardaway against Gibson. It's Hardaway. Oh my goodness! What a play!
Unbelievable.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Middleton can't get it to go.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Passes it to McKesson. Now here's Dang. There's the pass to DiVincenzo. Unloads. That's tipped. Now Gibson. Pass to Baldwin. Up top Adams. Here's Baldwin. Middleton on the wing. Wide open look. Another miss by Houston. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Gibson against Hardaway. And another basket for Memphis.
Yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Middleton right side. Tips it up, and it's Adams on the follow.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Brewer, and it's in there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a galley win for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Karl Anthony Towns.
No, there's a few ways to control a game, right? You can do it with pace, you can do it with patience and efficiency. Tonight, he did it by owning the boards.
So for the Rockets, JaVale McGee comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Baylor in for Chris Middleton. Shots good by Gibson.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Gibson against Hardaway. Pass to McKesky. Here's Dang. No good that time. So Houston will take it the other way. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Gibson kicks to Baylor. Again, the Rockets score.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Outside Hardaway. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control operating. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
na 0 out of 6. Last G na.
I'm proud of you. 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 Yeah, yeah. We came to win, we lost before, but never again. Back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, yeah, this is our year. Knock us down once, we gotta begin. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win, win. Had to stop being base. All of my dreams at the taste. Counting me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never will fall, never commit. Just wanna win. Sorry, for not sleeping in. Not sleeping in. Just wanna sleeping in. Oh, the Father helps me. I just can't decide. Will I have this one take me? Or will I decide to fight? Will I have this one take me? Or will wake up, I had to stay up, took a few pay cuts, I had to save up, now they can't say much, changing the game up, back on my grind like I never left, gotta take this to a level up, gotta stay focused, can't mess it up, gotta move smart, cause I know that they testing us, I'm in my bag, no longer checking the tags, remember the days I wanted this band, I knew I'm mad, I cannot be mad, she's in the game and I did the dance, you know that you're back, can't live in the past, I know that you sad, go get you a bag, all of this rain is making you mad, sorry, for not sleeping in, not sleeping in. Not sleeping in, just oh, the Father help me. I just can't decide. Will I have this one take me? Or will I decide to fight? Will I have this one take me? Or will
Masyadong trip yung ganitong ganito. Hindi ko sa yung matang-tang. Hindi, feeling ko trip ties niya naman trip. Maasim ba? Oo, parang ganito. Suka? May suka? Wala. Garlic eh. Hindi ko masyadong parang mabawang. Kasi ako may sa longganisa talaga.
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. Now, Golden State starting 5. They got Kawhi Leonard. Rudy Gobert is out there with Collins. Then it's Ball, and it's Slow, and the shooting guard. And for Atlanta, Bradley Beal is out there with Steph Curry. Then it's Oakley. Then it's Walton. And it's Houston with the small forward. Here's Houston. We know these teams have great perimeter play, and they rely on it a lot.
It feels as though, Kevin, the current rules in today's game favor ball handling. They favor shooting ability. They want high-scoring games with an ability to go unimpeded to the basket. And what it translates to me, it translates to pretty free-flowing basketball. You've seen the game evolve over the years, Kevin. What's your take on it?
I love the way that we see guys with great handles that can shoot, penetrate, love the bigs outside. I got to tell you, boys, there's nothing about the game I don't like right now.
I'm right there with you.
Second chance effort, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And it's the Warriors with the ball. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Slow. The layup missed.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
There's the triple. Atlanta with the rebound. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Curry against Leonard. Curry is in. Collins grabs the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Kicks it out to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Let's remember, in college, just a 25% three-point shooter, but Kawhi Leonard, he makes a weakness a strength.
Here's Houston. The pass to Beal. Goes up on the wing. That's good on the jump shot.
That release by Beal just so pure.
Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Ford, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting two-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And the Warriors making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Shoots. They get it back.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
It's Beal on the wing. The shot misses. The Warriors go the other way.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Outside for Curry. Pass to Oakland. Back to Curry. Pass to Walton. Here's Houston. Clock at 4. Shoots over Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice with that 7'3" wingspan.
And the Hawks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. And the Warriors making a change here. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Here's Smits. Started by Porzingis. Smits, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Curry hits the bucket.
Well, that floater right there is exactly what you would see from Steph Curry in his warm-up. He practices every shot from every angle.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Feet away. Westbrook, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And Walton kicks to Davis. Pass to Heel. The three. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Warriors leading by 3. And the pass to Harkins. Davis surveying the 4. Pass to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. And the Warriors miss again.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
A shot by Butler. Nobody around. It's in there. Davis with the assist.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score is still close. The Warriors on top, leading by just 1. We'll be back. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway left field, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
All about it. He was a big fan of them. He always had.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think they helped prepare him for the transition.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Russell Westbrook. Puts his outfit with Anthony Davis. And it's Smith in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the impact that Porzingis can have on the defensive end break cannot be overstated.
The reach and leaping ability he has paired with his timing make him a premier rim protector. And what sets him over the top really is that fearlessness. He will challenge anyone and everyone at the rim.
Here's Hield. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. And he's good on the 3 ball. Westbrook's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Davis looking for an opening. Mr. Porzingis. Outside for Davis. Over Westbrook. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. The 3 doesn't get it to drop for him. And Atlanta will go the other way. Passes it to Walton. Outside, Davis. Lays it up and banks it in. Davis has got his first points of the game.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. He does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
Here's Ferguson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Westbrook. There's the 3. And that's collected by Bill Walton. Walton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start with.
Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
The pass to Leonard. The 3-pointer, no good. And so Curry will bring it up for Atlanta. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Shoots over ball. That one wide left. Warriors trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
looking over the floor. Shoots the three. Rebound by the Hawks.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Ball against Kerr. Here's Collins, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Charles Whitman. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft break, but John Collins of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
And really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
And so Collins nails both of them.
Out of Wake Forest, John Collins quickly emerging as a top-notch scorer. A tremendous finisher, and his range extends out beyond the arc. Nice touch there near the hoop.
Curry against Ball. Gobert with the block.
Now this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
Nobody near Leonard. Nailed from three-point land. Leonard's got 6.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open.
So you get a sense of the recognition from Steph Curry and how quickly he moves through his progressions. Because, boy, if you're open, he's going to give it to you.
Ball against Curry. Porzingis with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Houston. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Sloan deciding where to go with it. 11 seconds left here in the second. The Warriors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Rudy Gobert. Shooting 1. The free throw drops for Gobert.
See, I have so much appreciation for the way Rudy Gobert plays the game. This guy takes smart shots on the offensive end. He uses that reach to perfection on the defensive end. He is a defense unto himself.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Warriors lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, look, Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Taking a look at them. And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Julius, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the court.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. We got Charles Oakley. Curry is out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Walton. And it's Houston at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Oakley against Ball. Great D that time from Walton.
Well, they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Gobert against Walton. Down low, stolen away. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Ball. And the layup falls. Ball's got the lead up to 5 now for the Warriors.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Curry against Ball. Gobert with the block.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Walton against Ball. To the middle. Here's Collins. Rebound by the Hawks. Oakley's got his 5th rebound in this one.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Collins in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Bradley Beal. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like this has become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Ron Butler's checked in for Atlanta. Davis comes in for Steph Curry. And some changes here for the Warriors.
You know, you don't hear a lot of talk about it, but Brad Beal is one of the top shooting guards in our league. The scoring, the playmaking he provides is really right there amongst the elite.
Davis, the pass to Oakland. It's Beal on the wing. Shot clock at 5. On the line, again the Hawks score. And Beal about a 25, 5 and 5 player last season, Greg. Most would agree that that's star level production.
Those are Hall of Fame-esque numbers. I'd put him up there with Klay Thompson and Jimmy Butler. Fantastic scorer who does it with strong efficiency, and he's only getting better.
Westbrook against Butler. Pass to Davis. He kicks it to Oakley. Hawks passing it around. Beal gets a wide open hook. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
They get it again. Walton dishes to Butler. Pass to Oakley. Outside, Beal. Atlanta gets it back. Great positioning in the putback. And the Hawks lead by 1. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Now here's Harkless, defended by Butler. The shot by Harkless, no good. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, and Butler, just a natural leader. He's someone whose teammates look up to, a polished scorer who also plays tough defense. And in recent years, some call the Warriors the greatest fast-breaking team since the Showtime Lakers. Doris, do you concur?
Greg, the Showtime Lakers are my all-time favorite team. But I will say, because of the shooting, the ball handling, the passing, the capability on every possession for something spectacular, I would say that this team was as close as you can get to the Showtime Lakers.
Here's Houston. Passes it to Porzingis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis is putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw missing. Curry's checked in for the Hawks.
Nagsisimple sila ng mga ganun.
He hits the second from the line.
But he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the one miss.
Outside Westbrook. Sloan in the corner. Davis inside. Walton's there. And it's Davis missing.
His defense is so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down. I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Sloan passes to Westbrook. It's good from about 19 feet. Westbrook's got 7 points.
I think you've got to respect the catch-and-shoot game of Russell Westbrook. He is excellent at pulling up.
And here's Porzingis. Deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors ahead, up by 1. And we're coming right back after this. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, John Collins is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ball, and it's Rudy Gobert, and Sloan in the shooting guard position.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Curry against Ball. Porzingis inside. Gobert with the block. Here's Sloan. He's covered by Beal. Ball feeling it out a bit. Kicks to Sloan. No shot that time. Not on target. Great D that time from Beal. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To Porzingis. Gobert with the block. They get it back. Down it, and the Warrior lead is going to cut down to 1 on the bucket from Porzingis.
Just such a good feel for the game. Porzingis sees that clock dwindling, stays calm. Money in the bank, baby.
Here's the teardrop. Porzingis with the block. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Charles Oak is checked in for Porzingis. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Collins kicks to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. Rebound by the Hawks. Elton's got 13, yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. There's Beal with the 3. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Stole away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Ball against Curry. Over to the left wing. Oakley dishes to Curry. Pocket 6. Shoots over Ball. The offensive rebound. Oakley, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Oakley always pounding away on that backboard. He does a tremendous job with positioning in the paint.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots, you've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Thank you, David. Bounce pass, Collins. 6 to shoot. Here's Sloan. He's covered by Beal.
You have to look at tenacity, but also the awareness to make sure he came away with that ball.
The pass to Curry. Oakley kicks to Curry. It's hard. Doesn't go that time. Collins with some nice D. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Finish now to Leonard. Houston pulls it in. The Hawks leading. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Beal, the pass to Walt. Here's Houston, defended by Gobert, and once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a sub out for them right now. And it's Leonard missing.
And you know they wanted that one to go in.
No more chances.
Beal, the pass to Walt. Outside for Beal. Good. And it's Walton who puts up the assist. Beal's got the lead up to 5 now for the Hawks.
Oh, a timely one from Beal puts a smile on the coach's face.
Here's Leonard. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
The try by Beal. Yes!
He's got to embrace the moment, and Beal shining brightly.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Ball against Curry. Leonard trying to break free and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, good job. Take it right at them.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow. When you factor in how efficient he is already. Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Ball. And the Hawks with possession here. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
I think Bradley Beal, guys, has everything you want in a 2-guard. He's 6'5", so he's got tremendous size. He's an outstanding athlete. He's one of the purest shooters in the game. He's unafraid in the clutch. I mean, what's not to like?
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of movement, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Westbrook. It counts. And now they trail by just 4.
There isn't a person in the gym who didn't know Westbrook was taking and making that shot.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Stephen Curry. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
I think obviously one of Steph Curry's main attributes is he's not one-dimensional. I think critics want to say he's about the 3-point shot. This guy can score from 3 levels.
And here's Leonard from 3. Atlanta with the rebound. And now we've got the intentional foul.
You have the foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Pass to to Harkness. From deep three-point range, kept alive. Back to ball. From deep. No good there. And so it's Atlanta with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big...
Alam ni Curry. 1 out of 10. Nakasuti, 10 rebound. Bill Walton, 14 rebounds, walang score. Kaya pala siya best player. Yun lang ginawa, umiwan.
Sino Ingram yun? Brandon Ingram?
Andre Ingram.
Ha?
Wala yun, 68 yun. Download. Ang time labels kasi download yun, makita ko yung makwenta yung Anthony Davis. 0 out of 5. Ano nangyari sa standings? Siguro mag-update na. Si Rad nag-update yan, di ba?
4-9 na si Raymond. 4-9 din si Imay. 4-9 na si Raymond.
Ay, ulig ako.
Oo.